What is up, guys? KFC back here with our next war recap video, a 59-37 destruction of Montreal 514 AA. They really struggled with our bases for sure. 1 star on 4 out of 7 of our Town Hall 10s, and then only managing to get 2 on our 9-5. And then they really kind of missed the mark on the 9s as well, tripling only Ignasty here. I'm not even sure what attack even got Ignasty at that point. It's almost embarrassing to be the only Town Hall 9 that was tripled. We got looks like Shattered Weed. So yeah, good job there, DK, keeping that base up. Let's go ahead and take a look at, like I said, how we did, keeping the top Town Hall 11 2-starred, and then 5 Town Hall 10 triples, 2 of them by Tread Easy on 3 and 6, and then Demasta got 4 and 5, and Son of Jay got 2, and then all the Town Hall 9s taken care of. I did have to restart this video for an internet connection problem, so if for any reason I just duplicated what I said, forgive me. Yeah, so 19 3-stars for us, 1 for them. So getting back on track, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Demasta, taking out 4 and 5. So we're going to do a little hybrid Town Hall 10-9 war recap here. So we've actually seen this base several times. And what I like about what Demasta did here is that he did not bring Earthquakes, which is what I have been kind of using primarily. Obviously, no need to bring an Earthquake. A jump spell can easily be placed either right there on that junction or right over here on this junction, depending on what route he's going to take to get to the Queen. So he is bringing an AQ walk along with his Go Vaho here and those nice 40-40 heroes as well. I'm going to be doing some work. Let's go ahead and see where he starts his AQ walk portion. I assume maybe somewhere over around 3 o'clock and then kind of walking down towards 6. But he could also go from 9 to 6, or he can just start at 6 and then walk. I believe he's trying to walk up here to around 3 o'clock. So going to be possibly encountering that sweeper, but luckily he's probably going to have to burn a rage no matter what, given that he's going to face the enemy Archer Queen and looks like 3 or 4 pieces of point defense at the same time, and then that those sweepers are going to come into play here soon. So Rage Bell, boom, there it goes, getting that enemy Archer Queen down. And now at this point, he should be in the clear for a little while. There go the sweepers. They're already going to start being annoying, pushing those healers around as he works his way through this storage. He should get to that sweeper pretty quick, so it shouldn't be that annoying. That Expo there, luckily, out of range for a while. Boom, there goes the Expo, though, and those healers now have to catch back up. That was the devastating part. Pops his ability right on a giant bomb. Super unfortunate. But luckily, that sweeper is now down, and those 4 healers are still up, and only the Expo is on his Queen. So that's great. The Hog goes in there to grab the lure. Dragon, a balloon, and a couple of small stuff pop out. He does have another poison spell. Boom, down it goes. And so he's going to take out that Expo just as his Clan Castle gets there, which is just perfect, because now he's dealing with a Clan Castle, but nothing else is on his Archer Queen. So it's a very nicely designed walk to this point. He got past the hard part, which was the walking into that sweeper. King goes down to tank, and then the wall breakers go down to let everything in, and then there go all the Mass Valks. So there's no CC to worry about, and he's got this big, long compartment here. The Valks are just going to burn all the way through. He's going to place a nice jump spell over here at the end of this compartment. That Inferno is even set to single, which is even better for him. So he's going to take on the multi-Inferno last. Heal spell goes down. It's going to heal up those Valks that are not under Inferno, and it's going to heal up his level 40 King, which is great. Nice and patient there on the free spell, waits for the Teslas to pop, and then goes ahead and grabs the second multi-Inferno, and the King is going to burn his way through his core pretty quick, and those Valkyries are going to meet him on the other side, and they are going to take out that Inferno there. He also started 7 or so Hogs up around 10 o'clock to start their kind of clockwise motion. But he's going to have pretty much all of his Hogs that he deployed left at the end of this raid, and he still has 5 or 6 Valks left. His AQ is still alive and at about half health along with his King as well. And the cleanup process is never really too much of a concern with Valks. They just burn through the base so very quick. He's going to lock up a Town Hall 10 triple for us. So good to kind of have the knowledge. Like I said, we have seen this base 3 or 4 times before. So let's go ahead and add that to our repertoire of how to take that base out. And skip down to his second attack here. So similar-ish base design, but just doesn't have the L-shaped kind of like, instead of this wall segment is just different. It's cutting off the big L-shaped compartment that the other one had. But by and large, it's kind of the same. But he is actually going to bring Earthquakes for this base, so it's interesting to see where he uses them. I think he might use them either right here on this junction here, to break open the entire base, or depends on kind of how he comes in. But he is going to take out this base with a much more aggressive 21 hog, 16 Valk approach, golem in the CC. And I've been liking that more and more as I've been seeing it. This idea of really only using one golem and really taking advantage of the Valks. He's not even going to bring wall breakers here. He's just going to Valk his way into this base. He's just YOLOing all those Valks in there. I don't think, nope, there wasn't even a golem in a CC, so there's just straight Valk action happening here. Waits for the Valks to get in range here, and then is going to use them as a tank to drop his Archer Queen. And similarly, once again, no jump spell. He already earthquaked kind of the back end of this compartment, and so he's just going to use those Valks to burn through these Lego walls here. So very, very good use of Valks, and something that we should all take into account as we're planning our Town Hall 10 attacks. So the core is basically hollowed out at this point, and he still has all 21 hogs in the bag. So now at this point, we've been through this. We know how Town Hall 9 works. You just throw 3 or 4 hogs per defense, and he still has a heal spell in the bag as well. And he's going to use it right there because it looks like there is another single bomb there that didn't quite get tripped. Boom, there it goes. And the rest of those hogs are going to get healed up. And they're going to roll around to this compartment. Excuse me, my cell phone's going off. And then those hogs should finish a nice, easy job. Not going to run into any singles here. Hopefully that would be the only thing that would be problematic with this deployment. Possibly could have saved 3 or 4 hogs for kind of this back end, just in case there is a single bomb there. And they're going to take out those hogs. So if he had 3 or 4 more, he could have thrown them on that backside cannon, and that would have avoided this problem here. So as you can see with the time left in this raid, 113, it takes him a while to clean up this base, just because those hogs did make a little bit of bacon there. So just something to possibly tighten up. I think it was the hogs that kind of went in up by the flags. I think there was like 9 or so hogs that came in over here, and they were all kind of trickling up. And then once this heal spell went down, whatever hogs were in the bag at that point, which I believe there were like 9 or so, maybe could have gone like 3 there, just to avoid having to sweat this one out. But when you have a level 40 queen, you know that you're going to get the base. It just becomes a matter of time. And I'm not sure how much time was left in the clock by the time he got this one down, but easily kind of takes out the rest of this base here. So just a little bit longer, and goes and pops the ability there, and that's a great usage because he gets to pop through that Lego wall with ease, and Damasta wraps up a 6-star war. So moving on, we're going to watch a couple Town Hall 9 attacks now. Going to watch Jay Sweezy come down and hit one of the top Town Hall 9s. So just super impressed by Son of Jay, always kind of hitting tough bases, and he has 2 accounts in war all the time. So this one, I guess I shouldn't have said tough base before I looked at it. But, you know, it's kind of one of those awkward designs, especially if this was a fresh hit. I'm not sure if it was or not. But what I do like about Jay Sweezy's army composition is that he is bringing that max level Earthquake in the CC. So my assumption is that this is I should just go check. I should be a good YouTuber and just be on top of my shit and go check for you. So this was both of Jay Sweezy's attacks that we're going to watch are cleanup attacks, and then we're going to watch Edgar's triple, which was a fresh hit. So watching his attack, so he obviously knows what's in the clan castle, so I assume that the reason why he brought a max Earthquake is because there's a Lava Hound in the clan castle, and so we're going to watch him kind of do his AQ walk go Vaho here, bring in 2 jump spells. You can kind of see instantly kind of the way that you can use the jump spells. You can connect into the core and then jump out of the core, kind of whatever direction you're taking. So Golem probably a second too late there. Wizard kind of gets picked off by that Tesla, but no big deal. He's got plenty of other wizards that are going to create that funnel for him and push his queen. I assume he wants his queen to go down, and there she goes. And then the Tesla goes down, and I assume we're going to see an entry point somewhere up here that's going to kind of go in there. His queen is going to stay away from the Lava Hound that's no doubt in the clan castle. And so being very, very, very patient here. There's not a lot that's going after his Golem, just in terms of like high DPS. It's only a wizard. And he's going to use the Damasta trick, and he's just going to use his Valks to punch through this wall right here. And then there goes that jump spell. The AQ kind of created half the funnel for him. And then the Earthquake spell goes down there to go ahead and soften up that core. Heal spell goes down to keep those Valks up. And the right is kind of on the wall at this point. He still has 7 hogs in the bag. He's got a Golem. I'm not really sure if that Golem had much of a purpose. Possibly thought that his Golem was going to kind of make its way to the center and kind of provide some additional tanking for the Valks. But those Valks go ahead and get through that core. Not under rage, so it does take them a little while to kind of burn through it, but they were being chased by a Lava Hound. Not a big deal. That second jump spell, unfortunately, I don't think he anticipated that, obviously. So he basically beat this base without the usage of his spell. But remember what we talked about in our last war recap video as well, when we watched Eric's raid, and something that I want to continue to do better as a YouTuber in terms of pointing out things. 46 seconds left in the raid. He's already got a wizard right down there on the gold mine for cleanup because he knows that this archer tower, which is currently tanking, or excuse me, all these troops that are currently taking that archer tower, that wizard's going to be safe for a while. And so let's go ahead and see if that wizard actually makes it all the way through to go ahead and grab that archer tower. Because these Valks do go so fast that they might actually run out of range just a little bit too quickly. Boom, there you can see right there. He goes ahead and drops the hogs. And now that wizard now, I'm not even going to watch the rest of the raid. We know that the Archer Queen's over on this side. We know the hogs are on this side. That wizard's got a head start now on cleanup. So rather than kind of wait, which what a lot of players would do is they would have the wizard in the bag, they'd have it in the bag, and then right around now, once these hogs kind of get on the defenses, then they'd go up and they'd drop the wizard. So just a really nice way to kind of quicken some of the raids up. So if you find yourself finishing with 99s and 98s quite often, take a page out of the Jay Sweezy book and try and get your cleanup troops down as fast as possible. And then, as always, make sure to KFC swag the middle and not Pico hold it, because we don't do that shit here. All right, go ahead and watch Jay Sweezy take out base 13. I'm going to continue to follow that theme of cleanup. Looks like he's going to be bringing a Shattered Laloon here, which is pretty sweet. I haven't seen one of these in a while. So pretty common sense Shattered Laloon. There's a queen right there with 2 air defenses right next to her, accessible by a jump. So really, really nice scout there by Jay Sweezy, despite kind of being a hog person kind of more generally. Down goes a golem, three quick wizards to kind of create that funnel. Golem on the other side, along with 2 quick wizards. Has that one cleanup wizard in the back, so let's go ahead and see kind of when he deploys it. I'll kind of tell you when I would deploy it, kind of just in general. So he's going to go ahead here. His queen is doing some work. Jump spell, beautifully placed. It's going to get everything in to where he wants it. So he was able to save troop space by not having to bring any wall breakers. Everything's out in front here. Nice rage spell on his queen, which I always like when a lava hound pops out in the clan castle, just to make sure that everything kind of goes down. That second air defense is going to go down right there, and now he can go ahead and start that air portion. In go the 2 balloons there on that arch tower. Unfortunately, one of them is going to get picked off by a Seeking Air Mine, but not a big deal. He's going to kind of get in there. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right, bram, there. So I might go ahead and drop that wizard now, kind of right there. Granted, he does have his BK in that compartment. He's going to beat his way out of it soon, but just to kind of also just speed up his Barbarian King. So that might be a place where that you might think about dropping a wizard. But he's going to keep doing his loon portion. Still got his Archer Queen's ability in the bag here. Rages all of his stuff into the back of the sweeper, and then the third lava hound goes down. Everything's still going nice and neat. I think that Tesla pop there might have thrown him off a little bit. King is now out of the side over there. If that wizard was over there, that wizard could take out those pups that are over there. So now all the defenses are down. So I'm going to zoom out and see kind of where Jay Sweezy drops it here. Still has his queen's ability in the bag. He might just swag this wizard, which would be awkward. But obviously he's got loons up on the top now. He knew that's where they were going to finish. So that boom, there goes that wizard. He puts it over here around 3 o'clock. So kind of gets that down a little bit later than he did when he did it with his hog raid. But it's also a little bit easier when you're doing a ground attack to place a ground troop, because you're kind of more zoomed in on that area of the map. Whereas with loons, you kind of almost have to be zoomed out like this to make sure that you're not making any mistakes. So anyway, just going to keep focusing on that in the war recap videos, just to kind of help us out there. All right, one more. Going to go ahead and watch Edgar take out number 12, this beautiful 3-star right here. Edgar, kind of a shining example of someone who was struggling for a little while, but has sort of found his 3-star groove again, picking up, I believe, 2 3-stars in the last couple of wars on kind of the top bases. So he's going to come out this base with a Shattered Laloon, very similar to Jay Sweezy. 2 easy-to-access air defenses right there. And then the biggest question for Edgar will be, well, how are you going to deploy your loons after that? Given that this sweeper is pointed down and this one's kind of pointed to the right, I would assume that all of this arch tower will probably go down on entry. And then you're going to go ahead and wall break in right there. So that archer tower, wizard tower, cannon will kind of all be down. So you're really starting the air portion like right around here. So that to me would signify a kind of a counterclockwise motion, because that would steer you away from all the sweepers. Let's go ahead and see how Edgar takes it out and see if it's similar. So he's going to go ahead and create that funnel there on the right side. Lots of great minion scouts there to make sure that they're all out of range of that arch tower. I assume we're going to see a golem go down here soon. Boom, there goes the first one, and the second one gets targeted on the arch tower. Beautifully done there. He's even going to get a Tesla for his troubles. He does have his wall breakers here. He dropped his test one, and then the rest of them go in. A little dangerous, but that golem luckily moved out of the way to let those wall breakers get past that splash damage. And then the golems, that one kind of redirected. It's super unfortunate. If that jump spell was down, that golem would not have redirected. It would have kept walking. So just a possibility there. Usually, my general rule of thumb is when I wall breaker into a compartment, I kind of instantly snap down the jump spell. It is a 40-second lasting spell at Town Hall 9. So no need to kind of save it. Get it down nice and early. Things are going to work their way through well within the 40-second time limit. So basically, he's going to take this base out without a golem. Primarily, and then I'm assuming we're going to go ahead and see that air portion start up here. Indeed, he is going to do the counterclockwise motion. Nicely targeted balloons there, 2 per defense. Going to go ahead and rage and capture just about all of those balloons. So has a nice motion going so far. So another lava hound in over there. Probably would have taken that one and pushed it more down here, kind of on the second air defense, since he had so much up there already. But he's going to come in from behind these sweepers. Expos are no worries, dropping his haste spells, launching everything into the core here. Does have one sweeper now, kind of pushing some stuff around, but he's got plenty of action still coming in from behind. Final haste spell goes down. That's going to propel everything into the sweeper, and Nut doesn't have a clumped balloon problem. I'm not sure when Edgar dropped his wizard. That might have been a wizard from entry, but nice to have a wizard already going there on the left doing some cleanup, because all the balloons are going to finish here on the right. And that is going to be all she wrote for this base. Also doing the KFC swag in the middle. Loving hashtag Team KFC, Team Swag Poison. Awesome job there by Edgar. Congratulations on breaking out your slump. And welcome back to the channel. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this war. 59-37 for us. Looks like we do have a pretty tough war on our hands against Keep On Fighting. That's going to start here in 3 hours. So looking forward to doing a war recap on that one as well, and I will catch you guys next time.